Alright guys, so I went to the Tipton County tractor show today and went through the little flea market area and got some things. I guess there are 3 vendors worth of stuff here, not 2. But I pulled this out so it didn't get broke. So we'll start with this one. This is a little Matchbox Chevy Blazer. This one's a park police vehicle. It's kind of an off-white and with a green topper. Still got the trailer hitch. Still got the whip antenna on it. It's in really good shape. It's got some, chips and stuff, but I mean, I've seen these Blazers absolutely destroyed. So, 1983. This one I think's newer than that, but 4x4 Chevy Blazer. That's what Matchbox called it. It rolls really good. The tires are hardly worn at all on it. I've seen them almost worn bald, so that one's in really good shape. I think I paid like $2 for that. I've spent $2 on a lot worse stuff than that. So, got a hat here. It's a Bugatti herbicide hat. It's an older one by the looks of the truck there. I thought it was a Mack truck when I first looked at it. Looks like maybe a Peterbilt truck. The more I look at it. It's got the nice ribbon around there. That's not really something they do anymore with hats. They don't put a ribbon around there. So that's nice. It's old, it's been sitting, so the bill's flat, so I gotta shape it. I gotta reshape the hat, but it's in good shape. So, there was that. I'll get back into some cars here. I'll pull some handfuls out for you. So, clearly it has no tires, but this is a little Maisto Tonka trailer. I'm sure I've got tires that'll fit on it. It's missing the little ramp. It's supposed to have a ramp that folds down, but these are pretty decent little trailers. I've got one. Originally this set would have probably come with a orange or red tractor that either had a cab or it had a scoop on it, and then it would come with a Ford truck that was also orange or red that was pulling it. Now the tongue on this, the very tip of it where it goes into the hitch is broke off, but we can just drill a hole in it and it'll be a different kind of hookup for this trailer. So not a whole lot of work has to go into that. This also made by Maisto, and I'm going to assume it's from 2010 because of the 0510. This is the bottom half of a little travel trailer. It's die cast. I don't know quite what I'm going to do with it. However, it was die cast and it still had the tongue. The wheels were in good shape. I haven't really done a custom trailer, but that's probably what that's going to be for. Here is a Hot Wheels Pontiac Firebird. It says 1982. I believe this one is a color changer, just because of the odd color that it is. When the color changers get old and they don't change colors anymore, they turn halfway between the two colors they're supposed to be. This one actually turned into a color that's not hideous. It is pink, and it looks like it used to have a blue Firebird on the hood. It's mostly gone. The car's not in great shape, but I like the color of it. It was very unique. And usually, there's not a whole lot of structure up here, just the windshield bars and the T-top. So usually it's got crushed. So the car itself's in good shape. The paint's not real hot. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this is the Hot Wheels 37 Bugatti. Another one that I just like the colors of. The purple with the blue, turquoise blue looked nice. It's got the spoked wheels. It's got a metal base on it. I don't know if they ever made this car the plastic base or not, but it still has both of its headlights, its windshield, and the top. So this one's complete, and it looks like it's got a black interior. A lot of times they're hurting, they're missing headlights or a top or a windshield or something. That one was all there. This is a fairly new casting from Hot Wheels. This is the 87 Dodge G100. My little Baja truck here. I like this casting, so I picked it up. Always seems kind of odd to find the ones that are this new, in the mix at the swap meets, but it doesn't matter the age of them, it's just what they are. This clearly is gonna be some kind of custom at some point. And I'll tell you the reason I bought this was, they were like, I think 2 for $1 or whatever. And so, here's 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looking for the other one. Oh, it was the rocket and trailer. That's what it was. I'll pull it out in a minute. But this just kind of made a full grouping. Yeah, it's a Ford F-150 XP. It's a Road Champs. I don't know what this loose means there. I don't know what this little nut is on the bottom. It's from 2000s. Road Champs, made in China. So usually Road Champs have good paint on them, thicker paint, but obviously this one's just been played with pretty hard. And I don't know what's going on here, unless this had like a canopy topper on it, which it might have because it's got holes poked in the back here. But that's the only thing I can come up with for why this would have this extra piece that wraps around the top of the cab. It's got a nice brush guard on it. It's got some dirt in it, but the casting itself is not in bad shape. It just, the paint and the wheels look awful. So I have a couple ideas for what I might do with that. Not 100% sure. Got a little Lesney police boat here. I do not have this one, so I got it. It's a 76 police launch, it says. It's got little wheels on it there. It's got the super fast wheels on it. It rolls very good. I'm gonna crash into everything here. I mean, it rolls really good. So it hasn't been stepped on, obviously, because the guys are still there. Now the metal horns on it, the air horns, are mashed down into the cab of the boat, but the two officers here are in good shape. The guy with the binoculars and the other guy who's, I assume, his partner. You know, they're it's a police boat, so they're looking for somebody, evidently. I just thought that was cool that they're both still there. They have their heads and their arms, and sometimes the Lesney people don't fare that well. This was the other thing. This made the other dollar for this stuff. So this is clearly not complete, but this is what I could find of the set. It's a Buddy L NASA Space Shuttle set. This is the trailer. It says NASA on both sides. The truck that goes with this was not there, and I looked high and low for the canopy that goes over this, which I think is 2 pieces, and it was nowhere to be seen. But I found this first, and then in another basket I found the trailer, and then once I saw the trailer I went back and looked at this, and on the bottom it says Buddy L. So I thought, well, I have to keep the set together, so I did. I think it's pretty cool. Old space shuttle. I don't know what is missing down here, because it's not a battery. There's no electrical stuff that goes with it. But and then it just kind of all fits on there like that. I would love to have the doors that go over the engine here. You know, I could put a white cab with this truck and it would look okay. But it's got to have these doors on it. I just would love to have those, but they weren't there, so they're not. I don't get them. I will show the Ertl stuff in just a second here. Got some more Hot Wheels that I'm pulling out of the bag here. It came apart. So, got some premiums here, plus a main line, all for $5. Which, you know, they were 3 for $5. Normally, if they were main lines, 3 for $5, I would not have bought into that. But you know, these are $5 a piece at the store new, so I thought that was a really good deal. Yeah, because those are premiums. This one, I just thought it was cool, and it made the number 3 for the 3 for $5, and they were 2 a piece. So I thought, well, 3 for $5 is a little bit better of a deal. This is in the Hot Wheels City Works series from 2011. 47 Chevy Fleetline Taxi. I don't have to my knowledge, okay, this is from 2012, I should say. To my knowledge, I don't have this casting. Clearly the card has been wet, so I'm not going to lose any sleep about opening it up. But, very cool Chevy Fleetline. The Fleetlines were always cool because they had this extra 3 rows of trim that ran down the side of the car there. This one's got a little eyebrow, big hood ornament. It's got some blue ink. Oh, there, it finally rubbed off from the being in the card for so long there. It's got a little defect in the fender there. Looks like it's got a gray interior. Got louvers or blinds in the back window. Take your pick. Pretty cool. In the Hot Wheels Premium series of what I am gonna guess are all Atari themed vehicles. We have the 57 Chevy panel truck, which is one of my favorite castings probably that Hot Wheels makes. Even though it's lowered down, I still like it. And I originally bought this because I've been looking for this casting to do a custom with, and then I started thinking this has some really cool graphics on it. I know nothing at all about Tempest. I'm not a video game person, but the graphics on this are really cool, and so this probably will end up not being turned into a custom. This will probably just stay the way it is, so I'm still on the hunt for a 57 Chevy panel truck. But normally these are like $5 alone. You know, they're metal, they're all die cast. They got rubber real riders, tires on them. They have nicer paint, special graphics. I think this one opens up. Yeah, it does. Looks like maybe this interior was designed for something to slide in and out of there. I didn't know this opened up, to be honest. Just looked like it did. But obviously the cards on these have gotten wet. You can see where the clear coating has started to come apart around them. But I was on the hunt for that. And then the 3 for $5, you know, I thought, well, I should probably get a third one, and so this was the third one that I got. This is the Shatoink from the Mad magazine themed group. This one's cool, and then I always like Spy vs. Spy, so I thought that those were cool. The split Chevy panel was not there. Actually, the only two premiums that were there were the two that I bought. So you can see this one's gotten wet. It almost looks like it's gotten burned the way that came apart there. But, so obviously this card is not any good either. But I just thought the truck was cool. It's an old fueling truck. That's why it's called hauling gas. You can see the ports at the top where they would fill up the tanker. So the whole back of the truck would be like a tanker, and then, of course, obviously you would sit up here in the front and drive it around. So I assume this has a different picture on the other side. Yeah. It's Splotch on this side instead of Shatoink. He's got eggs on his face. Alright, now we're going to move into a guy that was selling mostly Ertl stuff, but he had some other things as well. That truck I just rolled out there is a casting from Ertl I've been looking for a while. It doesn't give a year, but obviously it's the real popular 90s Chevy GMC body style. This one is the dually. It'd be like a 3500 dually. This one's GMC. If the camera focuses, you'll be able to see that in the grill. There it goes. This one's a Case IH dealer. It says it on the rear tailgate and the doors. It's got nice rubber tires on it. They're separate duals. It's got a trailer hitch down here. Somebody's given it a gooseneck hitch, which I probably would have done anyway. I've been looking for that casting, so I thought if I'm gonna buy one, I'm gonna buy one that's a dealer truck instead of just a regular one. These were very common in green, and they sold a lot of packs that had them in gray. I wish they still made that casting, but I don't think they do. It's not really one that you see very often. That's from the same era as the Ford truck here. These are 90s trucks. It's about an 88 or 90. You know, that's that body style had the great big headlights in it. And I have a green and white, or it's a white and green Ford truck just like this. However, I've been looking for another one, and so I was glad to find this one. He had the black and silver, and he had the white and green. I just went ahead and got a white and green. They're more common. I have a black and silver one. I actually have a turquoise and silver one too, which is a little bit harder of a one to find. Before I get into the green light stuff, these other two things, and also since they're bigger, we may run out of room. Try not to mash anything here. We'll address the elephant in the room in a minute here. So I wasn't going to buy this. I was just shifting through a little box, you know, kind of poking around to see what he had. And I saw this little tractor. I thought, I'm not going to get it if I don't see anything else in the box. And then I realized, started, because it's just kind of an off-brand tractor. It's not really, it's kind of Oliver, looks kind of like an Oliver. But I thought, I probably won't get that if I don't find anything else in the box. But then I saw that it said Tootsie Toy on the bottom. And I like collecting little Tootsie Toys. I have never seen this before, so I didn't recognize it as a Tootsie Toy. It's copyrighted 1970. In the 70s, they switched to a lot of plastic parts on their toys, but the tractor seems to be all die-cast. And obviously it had a steering wheel that's broke off. It may have had a smokestack that was broke off, and I don't know if that's a really crude cast or what that is. But the wheels are they're kind of worn, but they're not cracked anywhere. You know, they're not going to fall off. I say they're not cracked. That one has a little crack back there, but they're not going to shoot off of there. And it's still got the trailer hitch. Okay, now we will look at clearly the biggest thing that I got. This is an old tractor. This is old Hubley. And everything still works on it. It steers. I paid $10 for this. This was probably the best deal that I got. This was worth more than $10. But, the tires are in fair shape. They're not dry rotted or cracked. It's got a couple nicks out of them, but it's not too bad. It says Hubley right there. Now the tractor itself wouldn't be worth a whole lot, but it still has its implement with it, and its implement still works. It's got a little cultivator on the side of it there. And when you lift up on this rear thing, that just adjusts the angle of it. Now I'm gonna, there's this lever over here, and that just changes, do you want this thing engaged or do you not? And it'll lock up like that. I gotta get it. I got it locked up earlier, and I couldn't get it to do it again. Yeah, this is from the 50s. This is, it's play worn. It's gonna be a little bit worn out, but everything's still there. There it's engaged. There, you can change the approach of the cultivator, and it still adjusts up. It just doesn't stay adjusted up. And surprisingly, even though it's a little bit loose, the steering still works on it. It's got the trailer hitch. Trailer hitch is bent, but it's still there. You could still pull something with it. And there's that lever. That's how that works. So just a really cool tractor. And I wouldn't say I've been looking for one of these, but I like the tractors, Ertls, Hubleys, whatever, that have implements on them. And, this tine is bent, and the inside one is bent too. But again, for its age, it's in good shape, and it's die cast. You can't bend that back out; it'll break off. But $10 for the tractor alone would be worth it, because it's a Hubley. But the fact that it still has its implement with it, and it still works, and nothing's broke off. This is bent, but nothing's broke on it. The fact that everything still works is pretty incredible. So I'm gonna say that was probably the best $10 I spent today. I spent more on some other stuff. I'm gonna do separate videos on the green light stuff, but I'm gonna give you a preview of it here. 72 Ford F100, which you guys have probably figured out. Even though I say I'm a Chevy guy, the early 70s Ford trucks I really like. And so I picked this one up. I've been looking for this since it came out. I never did see it at Meijer. It comes with a 1920 Indian Scout motorcycle, which is pretty cool. And the bike comes with the stand, and then the stand sits on the trailer with the bike on it, and the trailer has a little ramp, and it's got a jack on it too. So that is Greenlight Hitch and Tow Series 20 is what that's from. The other stuff is more exclusive. Got an Auto World Farm Trucks Series. This is a B&B Farm Toys exclusive. 78 Chevy Silverado K10 Fleet Side. Finished in a very pretty, almost emerald green. Not quite emerald green. The limited edition. You can pause and read that if you want to. I just really like this color. Color combination is cool. You can read about B&B Farm Toys back here. So that's made by Auto World. Yeah, I paid up a little bit for it. Auto World at the store is not usually $12, but it's an exclusive, and I want one in this green color, and I didn't want to have to buy one and take it apart and paint it, because Auto World has so many painted on, details, that when you do customs with them, they're still detailed and they look okay when you do a custom, but you're not going to get it back quite exactly as good as it looked before, so I was glad to find one that was that color. Alright, one of my favorite green light castings ever, the 84 Chevrolet C65. This one's the grain truck version. This is also a B&B exclusive. I think this casting is an exclusive because they don't sell this for just any for just anything. This is one of my favorite, they call them conventional or medium duty trucks here. That's what the C65, they're convention, they call them conventionals. And the Chevys are probably one of my favorite favorite trucks of that this size. They had the option of, you could get the regular, like this style wheels, or you could get the old style steel wheels. I bought the one that had the steel wheels. I like that better. Plus I like the red and white. The mud flaps say Chevrolet on them. You can read about them back there if you want to. Chevy mediums. And he had all of these. I just didn't feel like spending all my money. Probably should have bought them. $20 is a lot cheaper than they are on the internet, and they're cheaper than they are at the toy shows. But, you know, I didn't want to spend, you know, $80 on grain trucks. You know, they had a fertilizer truck and some other stuff, but they also had this. I had to buy this. This was an 84 Chevy K20 with a gooseneck trailer. My only complaint about it, it doesn't have the stock wheels on it. It has the American racing style wheels that are slightly too wide for the casting. And I don't know. I just wish that Greenlight would actually put the correct wheels on these trucks. That's what they're supposed to have. And that's not that hard to make. That's not a, you know, they make that style wheels on the vans, Greenlight does, so they have the casting for those wheels. Whatever. But, now, to my knowledge, this is a generic piece, so you may have to snap it in there. It may not snap in there. But, I just thought it was cool. And the Gooseneck Trailers that Greenlight makes are really nice. So, I didn't feel horrible about buying that. They had a blue one, or they had a trailer, or they had a silver trailer and a blue truck, or they had the black trailer and the orange truck. I thought, I'll get the orange one, because Hot Wheels makes a blue 84 Chevy that looks about like that. So I'll get the orange one. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. Again, I will have videos for each of these green lights in a separate video. But I just wanted to give you guys the whole haul video. So, like, comment, subscribe for more. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.